Good evening, Commissioners. My name is Reverend Randall Webster, San Francisco patient advocate. The City and County of San Francisco has long had laws in place regarding the issue of cannabis, going back prior to Prop 215 even. Now, since Prop 215 has passed as a statewide law, it means that every county, including San Francisco, every neighboring district must address and also must uphold the law of access to patients to medical cannabis. We cannot politicize this. We need to educate people. The cannabis patients are not the ones starting the fires in the homes. The cannabis patients are not the ones seeking money for their medicine. What the cannabis patients want is their medicine, is safe access, organizations in which they can get it in every neighborhood. To deny medical cannabis in Sunset, to politicize it, is wrong, morally, ethically, and spiritually. Please, on behalf of compassion, stop busting people, stop dragging them out of wheelchairs. You're busting the wrong people. Patients are not criminals. Thank you.
Good evening. My name is Sonia Ng. My name is not very good, so I better speak Cantonese. Somebody can help me a translation for the commissioner. Thank you. 37 years. 咁今晚我嚟開呢個會呢，都好高興見到我哋好多華裔居民呢係出席。咁我哋最關心呢就係呢個藥用大麻將會喺新聲開張。咁我喺呢度。
I'm very happy to be here tonight, seeing so many Chinese Americans to be able to attend this meeting. I'm very happy. So I am talking about, tonight I wanted to focus on the topic of medical marijuana.
咁我喺呢度咧，希望我哋今晚係反對呢個大麻銷售站喺日落區開張咧，前低起身。
This is about the grand opening of the dispensary of medical marijuana. I want to make sure that those people who are objecting that opening, please stand up.
咁我哋反對嘅理由咧，我哋知道病人係需要藥用大麻，但係咧日落區係一個大部分嘅小好多細路仔、老人家住嘅社區。
I understand that those few patients that may need medical marijuana to survive or to feel better, but I want to focus on Terraville or Sunset District being a district with a lot of small families, with elderly, senior citizens, with children, many children, and small businesses. 咁就喺呢個 Terraville 街由13一直數到48，已經好多學校同埋幼稚園跳舞同埋音樂嗰啲俾啲學生嚟到課餘補習班好多。 So from 13th Street to all the way to 48th Street, we have a lot of tutoring centers, a lot of recreation centers for children to learn music, to get better education, and etc.
特別喺放學之後呢，搭嗰個公車 L 卡呢，好多學生嘅。咁佢哋喺初中有好多因為家長做工，因為我哋呢個社區呢，好多係一個好勤力個社區，啲家長多數呢係要返工嘅，咁只係嗰啲阿婆阿公呢接送啲細路仔。
So on the bus, especially the L car line, you will see a lot of students would get on that bus line, and these are students from middle schools. And as you know, Terraville or Sunset District is a district with many working class families, and because the parents have to work, their duties to pick up and drop off their children then become their grandparents.
用大麻咧，其實我知道咧係有送貨到屋企㗎。On the ocean or in the ocean district, there's the dispensary. So for that, I feel that it's not necessary to add another one in Terrebonne. 佢哋講咧就話係啲病人嚟到係攞完啲藥咧就走，其實咧並不是咁簡單，因為我知道如果開咗呢個藥用大麻後咧，就引嚟其他好多係喺外面分銷，咁我哋啲細路仔咧好容易咧就會俾到人就吸引同埋咧做得就頭先嗰個警察佢啱咁多話種大麻嗰個學屋咧影響我哋個安全啊。Okay, thank you.
Thank you very much.
I mentioned how they need the medical marijuana to feel better, but at the same time, I don't think it's that simple. And I feel that if the children of next generation sees that delivery and sees how to use marijuana otherwise, that perhaps they would be led astray, and I'm just afraid that it's not good for our next generation. Thank you.
Good evening, Police Commission. Thank you for coming to the Terrebonne District. My name is Paul Fontana. By way of background, I'm a native San Francisco, as most of you are. My father was a 32-year veteran of the San Francisco Police Department, as was my brother, who retired. I'm a command level officer with a different jurisdiction, and I want to extend my praise to the leadership of Chief Gascon, since he took the leadership of the SFPD Committee of the San Francisco Medical Cannabis Working Group. I'm speaking today to express my grave concern about the misinformation that is systematically fed to the residents of Sunset. As the co-author of the Cultivation Safety Guidelines, which perhaps some of you have seen, we've been circulating them, getting feedback from various city agencies, which I did produce along with Steve Smith of HopeNet. I speak with authority on the topic of safety and cultivation facilities. First and foremost, I feel obligated to point out that the safety-related claims regarding the application of this equipment are grossly exaggerated. They've been used to inspire resistance to medical cannabis cultivation in a bizarrely divisive and politically motivated campaign that is offensively intolerant of human rights. To address the concerns of Captain Schmidt that were expressed about the criminal element, I agree in every way. That said, it's easy to identify a couple of bad apples and to vilify the rest of the bunch. The involvement of weapons for excessive profits, this is antithetical to the philosophy of the medical cannabis movement. And the fact of the matter is that the majority of medical cannabis cultivation is done peacefully and for reasonable remuneration in accord with state law. It's also true that many perfectly legitimate medical cannabis cultivators are being arrested and suffering from property seizure at this point in time. I'd like to remind everybody here that medical cannabis cultivation, dispensation, and usage are legal and regulated in the city and county of San Francisco. Now, this is the product of decades of scientific inquiry and political activism, and it's also a function of the will that has been expressed by the electorate. So, I humbly ask the Sunset residents to join your neighbors in tolerating the rights of the most vulnerable members of society, those with serious chronic illness, so they may live free of pain, free of incapacitating or dangerous side effects from synthetic pharmaceuticals, and perhaps most importantly, from fear of persecution. To the commissioners, I'd like to mention that representatives of the Cultivation Subcommittee and Marijuana Offense Oversight Committee did have very favorable interaction with our SFPD liaison recently, and we're hoping very much that during the Gaskin administration that we can build on the progress that was made during Heather Pong's tenure to starting.
Say your time is up, sir.
Gotcha. Thank you.